Yeah, so yesterday we announced a new expansion package in total, which was 3 parts, and the first part of that was a new financing structure on the equity side, which is a convertible note structure. So the notes were structured in 3 parts, so it was 18.75 million in total, and that really funds the growth of the business to the next stage of development. That tied in with some new customer number growth forecasts as well. And then that is a convertible note structure in 3 parts. It'll be drawn down in 3 tranches of 6.25 million, and that really underpins that growth. There is also the right on that facility to collapse that facility if we want to after the first tranche is secured, which means that if we want to do an equity raise going forward, we have that right to do that and don't have to take the second 2 tranches of the convertible notes. The structure of the convertible notes is really done in 3 tranches, and what we've done is we've always tried to optimise the capital structure in the business to best suit the growth profile. And the way that we've done it, with the first third being available now, the second third being available from December to June, and then the third part of that available after June next year, is really to, as the company grows, it'll allow a funding structure to meet the profile of the business rather than getting all the funding at front. It also allowed us to do it at a better rate than we believed in just issuing pure equity at this time. That we do maintain the right up to the 1st of December to put an alternative structure in for the second 2 tranches, so we could go out and do an equity raise or do some other structure and collapse the facility from there and just have the first tranche available. But we thought that was the optimum structure to allow us to really achieve what we needed to achieve at this point in time. Okay, so the growth targets that we spoke about yesterday was we've had some forecasts in the market of around 300,000 accounts. We currently sit at about 140,000 accounts in the Victorian market, and the new growth forecasts are based around 450,000 accounts by June 2014. So it's really about a 50% growth, and that's linked to the new market entries that we'll be going into. So really continuing the Victorian business growing at the same rate it's been growing, then adding new markets on top of that. Yeah, so another key part of the plank that we announced was to enter into the Queensland market. We've actually entered into a new wholesale arrangement as well. This is very similar to our Victorian wholesale electricity supply agreement. It's a sort of unique energy product in the market or supply arrangement in that it totally de-risks our supply. And from that, we call it a load following hedge, and what that really means is that we only pay a fixed price for energy no matter what the wholesale energy market is doing on the outside of that. So we have a relationship with a generator. In this case, it's a large Queensland generator, and they fix our supply costs for 3 years and remove us from any volatility in that wholesale market. So it fits in with our risk management strategy, being very conservative, and we really look forward to being able to then de-risk the business as much as possible, which has been one of the key goals that we've had since we started the business 3 years ago. So we've had a strong partnership with Fortress Investments, who provide a working capital facility for us. It's really secured against the accrued revenues and the accounts receivable in the business. This is a $50 million facility. We've agreed the terms to extend that out for another 18 months, which takes it out to December 2012. And what that means, it just gives us that ability to fund the working capital in the business and gives us that security on the debt side of the business to keep growing as well. So it's great to have that also done as part of this package. So what we're doing at the moment, obviously, it will have an impact on that budget going forward, bring a lot more customers onto the original forecast that we had out there. So we're just finalising those out. The release said yesterday we should be able to confirm those within about 2 to 3 weeks, and I think that's the right time frame for the board to be fully signed off on just what those forecasts will mean. Once we are able to really understand just on the final tariff structures and a few other little bits and pieces we need to sort out, but then we'll be able to update the market on those forecasts. But there'll definitely be a lot more aggressive forecast than what we've had previously in the market, particularly in the 2012-13 years.